Hi, I'm Dave Kassler, and this is Sky, whatever it is. This is a little video of my first solo. You may ask, since it's been a month, why haven't I posted this sooner? Well, to be frank, I was quite embarrassed about the landings. So, we'll see. This is the very first time that I've flown the plane all by myself. My instructor, Mario Gori, went ahead and let me do this. I will admit that before I did this, I made some very nice landings, and after I did this, I've gone back solo and made some wonderful landings, but encapsulated between those two are some really rather horrible landings. Now, the inset is Mario's camera. He's in his truck watching me, and then what you're seeing on the main screen is the GoPro that I have attached to the left wing. And I tried to synchronize these up as much as I could, but it's really hard to do without a common soundtrack or something like that. So they're a little bit off from each other. So we come in for the first landing. The first landing is, well, the first time I've ever landed the airplane with missing a bunch of weight in the other seats. The airplane is 180 or so pounds lighter than it normally would be, but that doesn't excuse these landings. They're really not good. Again, we see Mario's inset in there. It's a little hard to see me there, but I'm a dot on it. So I come in okay, but the problem is that I did not look down toward the end of the runway. I kept looking in front of me. That's why I steered off to the side. What I did differently when I went flying by myself after I got back from Dayton was that I was able to straighten out these landings, and I think I put out a video about some landings that I did a little bit later. Here comes the second landing, and we're fine. We're lined up on the runway. Remember, the camera is just a little bit left of center here. But we're on the runway, we're lined up with it, we're going to come in fine, but the problem is I'm looking down instead of looking forward, and you can see where I am relative to the airport, but I do come down, and I do touch down about the 1,000-foot point, which is where those big white marks are, and that's fine, but then I hop and bounce a little bit. This was the best of the three landings right here. So let's do the final landing. It was to do 2 touch and goes and 1 full stop landing. This is the full stop right here. Coming in, gorgeous day, absolutely beautiful day. It was Friday the 13th, so I guess that can explain the landings, either that or the phase of the moon. But I will admit that since then I've really practiced landing without that extra weight in the other seat. And again, Mario has a picture of it. I'm a little low here, so I just add a little power. Come right in, bounce. And I don't know that I hit the ground. I think I just sort of hopped, floated. And this is what happens when you don't look down at the end of the runway. You find yourself wandering all over the place. So I got down. I mean, you know, I survived. I didn't hurt the airplane, and might have offended the pavement. I don't know. But here we're going to go back and come up to the first cutoff of the airport right here, which is only about 1,000 feet from the end. Those big markers mark 1,000 feet down the runway. So let's turn here, and you have to go all the way past these double lines here before you are technically clear of the runway. If you announce before that you're clear of the runway, you can lose marks with the FAA. So I get all the way clear of it, stop, set the flaps back to 0, make a radio call that I'm off the runway, and then start again. I find it easier to stop, concentrate on those tasks, and then go again. Now, if you look here, you'll see the sound stops for a second. That's my instructor's Jeep truck, and he is taking pictures as we go. So he's going to follow me back to the hangar, which is just over here. And here we are pulling up. I decided to just let it go all the way until the engine actually shut off, which was the formal end of the solo. We're going to back that airplane in manually, so I'll turn it out a little ways from there. There was very little traffic that day, so I didn't have to worry about other people being out. The airport does get busier on Saturdays and Sundays. But we've just about made it, and it's time to take some photographs and also lose a piece of my shirt. And there it is, shirt tail cut off. There's Mario Gori, my instructor, for whom I thank tremendously. And I lived to tell the tale.